It's Week 8 of the NFL. And this one features Darian Jones. He's one of the last guys you want to target in coverage. It's the Jags and the 49ers, and it's all up next.
The folks here in Florida definitely used to this. Rain in the forecast as we join you from Everbank Stadium here in the city of Jacksonville.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the...
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you...
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession.
They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
All right, let's go.
Now Lawrence.
That's complete to White. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking long for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
Here's Lawrence.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Take right open.
Up the middle to Davis. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Jaguars at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, We'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Go.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
And he had a nifty little deke juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
Lisa 24.
Lawrence will throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Niners offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Purdy.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Purdy now to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Throwing here, Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, this defense for the Jags, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Purdy from the gun.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Red on red.
Lawrence.
He finds his man complete. It's Young. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
It's caught. This is White.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it as we resume action.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Purdy. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Play action. Now Purdy.
He'll hit Jackson complete.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw, Purdy. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And he's an early front runner for MVP in the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
30 left.
Now Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Over the middle, complete. It's Crawford. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Hey, go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. That's Crawford. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Young. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 42. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brian Thomas
with career touchdown number 158. That pushes him past Randy Moss and into 4th place all time. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Purdy looking to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Now Purdy. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And his kick here is good.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Young. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action.
30 left. Hey, Lion. Hot.
They go play action with Lawrence. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Tip. Red on red.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Lawrence. He finds his man complete. It's Young. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He's got White here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're going to speed things up here. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Crawford. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point forthcoming. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. That time a 9-play drive, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he will find his man on the outside. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Operating from the gun, Purdy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And they are just about ready to head to halftime with the Dolphins on top. Tua Tagovailoa has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Falcons seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Anthony Richardson. In the first half, we saw a strong outing from Trevor Lawrence. He threw a first quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. But there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL's leader in touchdown passes.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They go play action now. Lawrence, they'll roll him out right.
Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Hey, go.
Now Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And the Jaguars are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Hey, let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jackson.
Hey, Lion.
Lawrence will throw. Flush to his right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Go, let's go.
Here's Lawrence.
It's grabbed over the middle by White. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown.
Brian Thomas
with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point right down the...
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jags, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,